Hi everyone, it's Maggie. Welcome back. This is part 3 of my Doily book series, and I'm making some changes, and so I want to get that done first, and then I'll get on to the next page. So you'll have to excuse if my voice goes out. My sinuses have been acting up, and yeah. I was going to do a video last night, but I just couldn't. I had a really bad headache. So I'm going to get this done. So anyway, the last time in part 2, after I had looked at this, adding a couple of different things, something just didn't look right to me. And last night, when I was putting some things together for the next page, I kept looking at it and I realized what didn't work was this trim going around the image. I didn't take it completely off because I want to show you how you can fix if you make a mistake or you change your mind after you've already hot glued something down. So I left a little bit on. My glue gun is hot, so let me show you what I do. This is for, established crafters are going to know this, but for beginners, the tip is really hot on your hot glue gun, and it will melt the glue once you put something down. So I just hold on to it, and you want to make sure don't ever touch that tip. Oh my gosh. So I hope you can see this. I just kind of go back and forth until the glue melts, and then I'm able to, I don't pull on it really hard because I don't want to ruin that doily, but see now it's how it's coming off. So I can pull it a little bit, and I just keep going. Okay, there's another little part. All right. So I'm just going to keep going. There, that got a good piece off. It's almost off. And then there. Okay. So I wanted to show you that. I didn't want to do it all off camera. And I just take it and like go around. I'm going to be putting something else on here, so the glue's okay. But if you just go around and like melt it, it kind of like evens out a little bit. It won't be lumpy. So what I think is going to work is I have this green, really light green flower trim. And I'm going to make sure before I glue it down, but I'm going to just kind of put this around, see how it looks. And I think it does go with the other colors. So I've also learned from this that you don't always have to bring out the colors in an image. I try to do that most of the time. Sometimes I can't because they're colors that either I don't have or I just don't work with. But in this case, the blue is, it's just the sash here and this this bow on her arm or her shoulder. So I don't mind not having any other blue. And it might happen, in a couple of the other images too, that this may happen. But I just think this is going to work out a lot better. So I'm going to start under these flowers in case where I'm going to put the flowers back down. If it doesn't quite touch, it'll hide it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So let's start here. I'm not going to use a lot of glue again, see, just a thin line. But you do have to use new glue for this. So let's So how's everyone else doing? It's Saturday night. It's 9:45 here. And it has been, I think it was 73, the high today of 73, and it's just the weirdest weather for our November here in New England. It's kind of, I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened before, but not too often does it get this warm into November. We've had a couple of warm, like Halloweens, but then it usually turns like really cold. And November, for at least around here, tends to be rainy also. All right. So my granddaughter is at her basketball games. She's in it's like a town league, I think, or a club league. I don't know for sure what it's called. So my grandson went with her, took her, because even though she has her license now, she's not used to driving on a major highway, and it's a major highway to get to this place. So I'm glad my son's driving. Not that I don't trust her, it's just I'm glad that she knows her limits, and if she doesn't feel comfortable, just wait, she'll wait until she does. She'll eventually get there. Excuse me, no hurry. So, and my daughter-in-law has a nice quiet night upstairs with the dogs, if you can call that quiet. Although they have been pretty quiet. She took them out for a walk earlier and must have tired them out. So, yeah, I know this series, I don't know how long it's going to end up being. I may decide to add more time in the fourth one, the next one. I'm going to try to do the middle 2 pages in one go rather than just one page. I don't know who's messaging me, but let me just make sure it's not something really important. Okay. All right, so, all right, I got this kind of like didn't want to turn, so let's put that, a little tiny bit of glue on that. Okay, and now I just need to, I need to glue that down. All right, let's see, I think I need to do this a little bit too. Take this, lift that up and over, there you go. All right, so now we'll just add a little glue back there. I don't want anything sticking up, so we'll just add that. And then a little here and a little there. And then these will be back to where they were. There, okay. All right, now I found this cute little trim here, this leaf trim, and I thought it would look good if I put it in between as another like little dangle. So I'm going to put that right there, but I don't want, let's see if I can cut this off a little bit. Do it on the other side. Okay, so that this will fit in there and it won't. Yeah, that's good. I think this will work out really well. Whoops. So yeah, I'm going to try to figure out how I can make it either less videos or a little more time. I don't want anybody that's watching to get bored, you know, with the in-between. All right, so if this slips up, I don't want that showing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little glue right there. And then that'll keep that from showing. Okay. It's like I'm never going to be finished with this cover, right? But I will be. Okay. And then I took these off of a trim, a flower trim. Let me just fussy cut the ends there. I'm not looking up. I keep forgetting to look up, so I hope I'm in frame showing you this stuff. I have to start writing stuff down too, because I know I had something else I wanted to mention, and now I can't remember what it was. All right, so I'm just going to, I don't want them right on top of each other, so I'm kind of making a kitty corner, however you want to say it. I'm just going to put that right in the middle. And then I did have, hold on, what did I do with it? I have this, oh, doesn't it just figure? I had a piece to put in the middle of that. All right, maybe I put it over here. No. Oh, there it is. It's so easy to lose everything. Okay, so, well, I can put this on, and this is going right there, because 3 flowers, you know, like I said earlier, a odd number is more pleasing to the eye than an even number. And I'm going to put this in the middle. It's going to bring out a little more color. Get that in there really good. I don't want anything coming off. There. And then, because of the gold, I have these 2 pieces. These are fun. I'm going to put one there. Let me cut that ribbon down a little bit. Actually, I think it'll come off. Yep. Okay. And one right there. Okay, and before I forget, I would love for anybody to comment on whether they were agreeing with me with the blue trim from my other 2 videos. If anybody said, oh no, that's not working. I would love to know, because eventually I do kind of get there. All right, so this is done, at least for now, until until I go at the end and see if I need to do any more embellishing or whatever. All right, so that's done. This page is done. I'm happy with this one. Now at the end, I may want to put something up here. I don't know. But right now, I'm happy with this one too. So let me put this over to the side. Okay. Now, this is going to, when it opens up, it's going to be beside the pocket. Okay. So, actually, I need to bring that back for a second. I need to make sure I put it in the right place. All right. So, okay. So, this is the image right here. All right. Now, I did change my mind on this one too. I was originally going to use, let me see if I can reach it. I was going to use this that I had done the running stitch on, but this really isn't going to, I mean, it would have been okay except for what I chose to put on top. And because of this kind of like a raspberry color, I love this. I want to add this because it's going to work with everything else I put on here, and it does match kind of that her dress, that part on her dress. Okay, that's all right. So I changed it to this one. I had already, this was just going to be on like one of the next pages, but I can change that too. All right, so what I want to do though, I want to fold it a little. I don't want it to be quite as long because this was going to be, I think, on the either the third one or the last one. So this is like one of the longest. And like I said, I want it to cascade. So, all right, I'm just going to leave that to the side so I can check to make sure that I've put it in the right space. So this is going, wait a minute, make sure I have it. Okay. Let me lift it up a little. Okay, so when this is like this, see, this cascades longer, so that's good. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's glue this down. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. If you have, you know, if you want to comment on something, I like to get feedback. It doesn't necessarily mean that, I'll utilize the feedback, but, a lot of times I do, because, it's easy for other people too to see, when they see what you're doing, to look at it a little differently and say, well, that doesn't look quite right. Now, if somebody had, had put in, that blue around the image on the cover just doesn't work, I'm fine with those kind of comments. And I'm not saying anybody did. Maybe nobody thought that, but if they did and they commented on it, I would have said, yeah, you're right. You are right. Okay, so let me put this back here. This is going to go like this. Okay, all right, now this, I I need to cut a little bit off. It's just a matter of kind of fussy cutting it. And this part doesn't get shown anyways because it's going to be glued underneath. Oh my gosh, these glue strings drive me crazy. So I hope anybody that's either, you know, playing along, making a doily book, whether it's for the first time or not, I hope you let me know. And if you have a working channel and you're going to put it up there, please let me know because I'd love to see what everyone's doing. That's all part of the fun too, is to see how different, you know, everybody can be in their crafting, making the same thing but having it look so different. Okay, let's get this down. This is I call it raspberry. It's just such a pretty color. Okay, gotta get that to stick. Work it into those fibers. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have that. And then I have this one. And even though the greens don't match, I mean, obviously her dress is emerald green. I don't think it's going to matter because it's going to tie in with the green in on this page, kind of. Okay, so this is going on top of that. I like doing these tutorials too. I don't know why. I'm actually more relaxed doing the series than I am when I just turn the camera on and you know, try to craft, whether it's making ephemera or, you know, whatever. I don't know, I feel more comfortable. Okay, all right, I think I want to put the image on next because the rest I think is going to go partly around the image. All right, so that's going to go right there. All right, and I just want to go around quick around the edges here. You can also let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to learn how to do. Nothing is really hard to do. It's usually restricted to a person thinking that they can't do something, or looking at something and say, I could never do that. Because I have had a couple of comments like that, and I tell them, oh yes you can. I always say, if I can do something, anybody can do it, and that's true. Okay, let me put my glasses back on so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I have this applique here, and I need to fussy cut around it just really quick. This is one of those that you don't have to glue behind. There's no hand stitching, so I can just go quickly and get as close as I can. Let's see, how am I on time? Wow, 26 minutes already. Jeez, the time goes by fast. And I promise the next video, I will not be doing anything to the cover. Oh my gosh. All right, so I had decided to put this here. And what was I going to do with this? I think I was going to put this here. And then this trim here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I want to put it on before those two. This is going along here. That's going there. But I need to take this off so that both sides are the same. Okay, and then take this off. It's not really needed. Hope I'm talking loud enough too. I mean, I have my mic right, you know, it's like, it's not even 6 inches away, but all right, so we're going to put this right here. And I think what I'm going to do for now, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is how it's going to be, but I'm only going to tack it down in the middle with the 2 flowers, because you just never know. There's no need of gluing it all down. Like I said, you don't want to glue it all down until you're absolutely sure. And then still, now I was sure at first about, you know, the cover, but then I changed my mind. So, and I think what I might do is possibly at some point, but I might wait until it's embellishing time to cut this middle out and end up putting something else in there. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to put this like that. Although I think I might even go underneath a little bit like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go underneath a little bit. All right, where that's going to be sticking up, I need to fussy cut that better. There. Okay. So this is going to go right about there. And I can manipulate that a little bit. So let's just, for now, put some glue here. Okay, and put a little bit here, because that's not going anywhere. Oh, gosh, it's getting hot. Okay, and then a little bit, and then I'm going to just twist it a little more than it was supposed to go. And then I think this one's gonna go, this is gonna go like that. Or it might even, I think I might even have it go like that. I don't want it up against. And if I decide to cover the edges, I have enough room to do that. So I'm just gonna tack this down a little bit. There. And just a tiny bit along the stem and this flower here. Okay, so there's this page. Get those out of the way. All right, so far, let's put this up there. All right, so you see how full it already is down here. And I'm glad I do like that. And I'm so glad I took that blue off. What a difference, right? Oh my gosh. Because hardly any of it, you know, the blue in her dress, hardly anything's showing. I might have to put a rhinestone there. In fact, I probably will, but I'll wait until the end, because every time I flip it, it's just gonna bang. So I'm gonna leave that. But yeah, I like this much better, much better. Okay, and then when you flip it open, you have your pocket here, and then you have this lady here, and I love the raspberry with the greens. I just really do. So I'm happy with that. Now I have to look through my really thin trims to see if I have one that I want to put around there, but I don't know if I do. And it's not necessary to do that on all the, you know, on every single image. Okay, so then it'll be flipped over this way, and the next two pages are going to be this one and this one. So those, I'm trying to see. This is actually dark blue and maybe some black in her hat. I don't know where I'm going to go with that, but I don't see myself using any black. In fact, I probably don't have hardly any black. I don't like using black. The glue shows up no matter what you try to do. And this one there. And then there's just, then after I get, so hopefully on part 4, it'll be these 2 pages. And then the last 2 pages will be this lady here. And then this will be another pocket page. And then this will be the back, which I'll do last. Because if I put anything dimensional on there, it's just going to catch every time I, you know, do that. Okay? So, thanks for watching, everyone, especially if, I just really appreciate if you're, watching each part of the series and you're sticking to watching it. I do really appreciate that. I can't tell you how much I do. But yeah, I do enjoy doing this process. So I hope you'll keep watching. I'd appreciate it if you haven't subscribed. If you do subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment and a like, that helps too. And hopefully tomorrow night I'll be able to do part 4. I don't want to have too much time go in between the parts in the series. So, okay, so I'm going to say have a great rest of your weekend, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.